What's up everyone, Coach Gigi here, and in this video I want to talk to you about RPE scale. What is RPE and how we use it in our training session. The reason I'll make this video is mostly for people who don't know how to rate their intensity during an exercise. Now, what it means RPE? RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion, meaning that a subjective scale of how hard you're working when you're doing an exercise. In this case, we have a lat pull down exercise, right? We have 3 sets. Each set we set a different scale. I'm going to show you with the numbers what those numbers means. So RPE goes from 1 to 10, okay? On a rate scale from 1 to 10. 1 means very light, or created here. 10, it means maximum effort. That's your maximal effort. You cannot go more than that. The first number, it feels like you can do it for the entire day without getting tired, without feeling that you're exhausted, right? In any movement, any physical activity, you have to think about that. Number 10 is that you cannot even continue to do an exercise for another rep, or maybe continue doing an exercise or physical activity for another, I don't know, for 10 seconds or 5 seconds. Okay, so you rate from 1 to 10. 1 very light, 10 means maximum effort. Now, how we use that in exercise? RPE is very good to use in an exercise because it gives you a better understanding on how difficult it feels each exercise and each set you're performing. Using RPE from 1 to 10, every time when you finish a set of a given exercise that you have or physical activity, and you give yourself a number from 1 to 10, 1 means very light, 10 means maximum effort. If you are around 7, that means you can increase the weight for the coming set. If it's 10, you won't be able to do that because it's a maximum effort. So you cannot lift more and you cannot perform the reps that you have written down in your plan. So this is going to give you an idea and understanding if you can increase the weight or keep it the same, or even sometimes maybe it's too much, so you can just decrease it to making sure you perform all the reps you set for that exercise with a good technique and good movement. So this is very important. Now I'm going to give you an example. We have a lat pull down exercise. We're going to go 3 sets of 10 repetitions each. Now we start the first set with 45 kilograms and we ask ourselves, okay, on 1 to 10, how that set felt like. And you give a number 5, which means quite light. Okay, so that means you're going to increase on the coming set, which is set 2. You're going 10 kilograms more. Now, keep in mind, based on this number, you can decide on how much weight to jump. Don't jump too much, okay? Just jump with the 5 kilo, 2.5, 5 kilo, depending on the number that you give, okay? Now, we move on to the next one. Set 2, we increase the weight with 10 kilograms, so we're gonna have 55 kilograms. After we finish the set, and now we're gonna ask ourselves from 1 to 10. It felt on the number 7, okay? So we got number 7. So that means it's quite challenging. All right, so I'm not gonna jump a lot of weight. I know I can increase a little bit of weight, but I'm not gonna go too much, right? So I'm adding only 7.5 kilograms. Third set, I'm having 62.5 kilograms. So I jumped 7.5 kilograms more on the third set, which is the last set. And then I have 9.5, which I reached almost to the maximum, okay? 9.5. Now, keep in mind, we have 10 repetitions. What it means, or 10 reps, okay? That means with this number, I could do maybe one or 2 reps extra, right? So that it means this number. So I will keep it in that way. So let's say in your workout, you have written down RPE 8. On this workout. That means you need to take all your sets, all exercises on this number, RPE 8. And you know which one it is, because you're gonna ask yourself, oh, how it felt from 1 to 10. Now we need to keep in mind that number 1, very light activity. 2 to 3, light activity. Number 4 to 6, moderate activity. Number 7 to 8, vigorous activity, meaning that borderline uncomfortable, short of breath, and can speak a sentence only. Quite challenging. Number 9, very hard activity, very difficult to maintain exercise intensity, can barely breathe and speak only a few words. Number 10, which is maximum effort activity, feels almost impossible to keep going, completely out of breath, unable to talk, cannot maintain for more than a very short time. Now, knowing these numbers and what it means, every time if I put in your program to do the workout based on RPE 8 or what number it is, make sure you are honest with yourself and you tell yourself how heavy it feels, how hard it feels, that given set that you just did, and then you scale. In this way you know if you need to increase the weight or not to increase the weight, and you can have an idea on how difficult and how hard is the workout. But again, make sure you respect the number and you're honest with the answer that you're giving yourself. Do not exaggerate, okay? And make sure if it feels light, you go up. Do not just keep it below, okay? It's all about the effort, because it's very important what you're doing in the gym and how hard you're pushing through your training session in order to get the results that you're looking for. So I hope this video was useful, and if you have more questions, you can always ask me. See you next time.